So what I'm talking about when I talk about ease is on the left, your left, my left when I'm facing this way. Do you ever wonder about clockwise and counterclockwise and think, which way am I looking? Turn the screw clockwise, right? And I always think, am I the screwdriver or am I the screw? Nobody else has this problem. Okay. End of aside. So there on the left is the distinction I'm trying to make here in talking about the kind of ease I'm talking about is the distinction between fun and joy. Fun is an ephemeral emotion. I feel it right now. It doesn't have deep roots. It doesn't really go anywhere. It doesn't feed me in any deep way. It feels good. I like having fun. But it's different than joy. To me, joy is a deep emotion. It's something that lasts. It's something that's satisfying. It's something I can look back on and say, what a great talk we had. I can get a sense of joy out of it. You can have joy even if you don't have fun. You could have a really serious, conflict-filled, intense discussion with somebody and come out of it with a sense of joy even if it wasn't fun while you were doing it. It's also kind of the difference between Great America, the theme park, and Yosemite. Great America's fun. Oh yeah, thrill a minute, flip upside down, do all kind of crazy stuff, yell and scream. But at the end of the day, you haven't changed any. You're a day older. You had some fun, but nothing has changed. Yosemite National Park, you go to it and it can change you as a person. Some people even get married as a result. So just warning you to be careful about that one. I met my wife in Yosemite, so. You'll have to meet your own wives in Yosemite, though. Mine's taken. So that's the difference. I'm not talking, this isn't, again, a clarion call to bring the fun back into programming, because after all, programmers need to be fed potato chips and have lots of fun. This is more a call to look for a deeper sense of satisfaction in what we do as programmers. Not just some surface thing, but really looking for what's going to make a big difference. What's going to change about the way we look at ourselves and the way we look at our work so that we can gain lasting satisfaction out of what we do. Next, please. So why is this an issue at all? What's the big deal? We got along without ease for the first half century of programming. What's changed so that the status quo won't work anymore? Actually, I'm not sure that the status quo won't work. That as an industry we could keep focusing on the hero-martyr pendulum and stay on that roller coaster for an indefinite period. But eventually, I don't know, maybe it's just aging. I just get tired of it. I wish for a sense of comfort with myself and my work and what I'm doing. I think there's the next generation of programmers coming up. Some of them, at least, don't have that same sense of dis-ease with what they're doing as programmers. They're not necessarily on the pendulum in that same way. But certainly, my generation of programmers, the people that I know well and have worked with for a long time, have built in very deeply this sense of, I'm not okay. unless I'm a hero, and if I'm not a hero, I must be a schmuck. And so let me pretend some other stuff so I can be a hero again. Oh no, I'm really a schmuck, and back and forth and back and forth. Keeping that swinging takes an enormous amount of energy. Primarily because it doesn't match reality very well. Neither of those cartoons is an accurate reflection of the world of work. Most people are not heroes every day. Most people are not complete schmucks every day. It's generally speaking in the middle, and the effort needed to maintain the gap between the illusion and reality is energy completely wasted. Think of all the refactorings, cool refactorings you could do if you weren't spending all of your time convincing yourself that you were either better or worse than you really are. The cool tools that you could write, the fabulous posts that you could put on the net, whatever it is that excites you about programming, the energy that goes into maintaining this bipolar illusion gets in the way of accomplishing real stuff. And for me, that's why ease matters. That's why it's worth me working on it in my own career and talking about it. Because if I don't work on it, if I don't think about it, if I don't talk about it with people that I trust, I'm just going to be looking back on a career spent only occasionally in the middle, really getting stuff done. And most of the time, my energy's going to swinging back and forth. And I'd like to not do that. I can't give you an ROI argument for ease. This isn't a strict economic issue. I don't think it turns on how much more profit your companies could make. Or programmers at ease make 10% more on average than programmers who have a skewed self-perception. It's not that kind of thing. This is more about, we have this community of people. They spend a lot of time pretending. It would just be better for everybody if we could stop. So my goal is to feel ready and confident to meet the challenges that I see. To feel like, okay, I don't know exactly what's going to happen here, but that's all right. Because I'm confident in my skills, I'm confident in myself, I'm confident in my relationships with my teammates. We'll be okay. Something like this has come up recently, a project that we have code with one API, and we're trying to transform it so it matches a different API. And it's not clear that we're going to be able to do it. But what is clear, that we won't be able to match the other API exactly. We're just kind of solving similar problems, but a little bit different. But there's a sense in this particular project in which I'm at ease with this project. It's okay if we don't have a perfect solution. I know that we can get very close. I just don't know how close. The guy I'm working with is very sharp, and I have a lot of confidence in his ability to do work, in our ability together to discuss it in productive ways. And I think, okay, we're going to do something good out of that. That's a great feeling to bring into a project. And a lot of the dysfunctions in relationships, I think, just get short-circuited when you have that sense of ease. As opposed to, oh no, this is going to be a failure. How can I make sure that you get blamed for it? Yeah, that's a skill that lots of programmers, myself included, developed to a fine art. And you know what? It doesn't get a single line of code written. All the energy that I spend thinking how I'm going to shaft you when this goes down is energy I'm not spending on creating value. What a waste of time. Next.